Good evening to you, Valen, and good evening to the Newzroom Afrika viewers. We're starting to see some of the fans creeping into the Orlando Stadium tonight for what is expected to be a thriller between the oldest Soweto teams. It's the original Soweto derby between Orlando Pirates and Moroka Swallows, which dates back all the way to the 1950s. It's always been the same throughout the years. This is going to be the third derby this season that we're going to be able to see from the league in this campaign. We've already seen Orlando Pirates playing out with Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates winning 1-0, and of course last week Kaizer Chiefs playing against Moroka Swallows at the Dobsonville Stadium, and Kaizer Chiefs walking away with the 1-0 victory in that game as well. So this is the third derby of the season. If there's one team, of course, that it hasn't gone home with the bragging rights is Moroka Swallows, and that is going to be their campaign tonight. So they're going up against Pirates here at the Orlando Stadium. Of course, both of these teams are coming into the spaces having started the season very, very well, but had the slumps despite them sitting in 9th position for Pirates and 6th for Moroka Swallows. We're waiting for a thriller here, and the reason being one of the spectacles or a beautiful game we need to see tonight, as you mentioned in the introduction, is that not only are the bragging rights going to be at stake tonight, but also as we draw closer to the December, that's when some of the teams want to rack up the points, the maximum points, so that they can go into the December time sitting in good positions. Of course, this time around it's just like last year, with the league having been disturbed by the World Cup. We saw the league going on to the late ends of December. Also with the Africa Cup of Nations this time around, the teams were going to be playing up until the 30th of December, the 31st of December. So it's a different season all throughout. But either way, teams want to rack up the points. But I'm not going to say much about tonight. I've got a guest with me, Tepo Rabote from Far Post, who's just going to break it down for us, because these are the writers in a weekly basis that look at the stats and look at the highlights and build up good previews for the viewers. Tepo, appreciate your time on Newzroom Afrika. Let's start with that, the contrasting part between Orlando Pirates and Moroka Swallows as they come into this game tonight. Both sides starting the seasons well, but seeing that slump in both of them.
Thanks, Vuyo. Thanks for having me. Look, it's going to be an interesting match between the two sides. You know, they're coming off bad results previously. So Moroka Swallows had lost against Kaizer Chiefs in the previous match, and Pirates dropped points against Richards Bay. So it's going to be a crucial match in a sense that both teams want to come back and get maximum points. So when we're looking at the match, we would realize that a player like Tsogofatso Mabasa in the end of Moroka Swallows is suspended for this match after accumulating 4 yellow cards of the season. And when you're looking at in the Pirates side, we're looking at the fact that Munari is suspended also for receiving a red card against Richards Bay. So who comes in the place of Taba Munari? It's Miguel Team, who has been crucial for Pirates last season when they won 2 trophies. So it's going to be a like-for-like change. So in terms of the build-up into the game, what we can expect a high-tempo game, because recently you can see that Steve Kompela is trying to play a game that is building from the back, having worked at Sundowns. You can see that also from Pirates, it hasn't been going well for them because they've won MTN early in the season, but something just happened in their team. They're choking when they get into the final third. They're no longer scoring goals. So it's going to be crucial to see how they do in this match, who they rely on in terms of goals, because I can see that in their lineup they have Macoba who's leading the lines. So it's going to be interesting who then score goals from both ends, because on Swallow's side they're missing Tsogofatso Mabasa, who's on loan from Pirates, by the way. And then on the end of Pirates, they have all their strikers who are there, blowing hot and cold. Lepasa started the season well, but at the moment he's not doing as well. Kermit Erasmus, ever since he returned from Pirates, to be honest, he hasn't hit the type of form that we know him to be. And then Evans Macoba, someone might say he's starting to hit his top form at the moment. So it remains to be seen who's going to be more clinical in the final third, and that person is the one who's going to walk away with maximum points.
There's Coach Steve Kompela on one side. Coach has played in Soweto derbies in his playing days, and then went on, of course, to coach at Kaizer Chiefs, never getting the opportunity to beat Pirates. That's going to be crucial for him this time around, wanting to make sure that at least he gets over Orlando Pirates tonight.
The fixture against Orlando Pirates is not an easy one for Steve Kompela, because if my memory serves me right, the only time that he won against Orlando Pirates was when he beat Pirates with Celtic during the 2019 year. So that's the only time where Bongani Sam scored, who's now at Moroka Swallows on loan from Pirates, not playing today because he's on loan from Pirates. I think that's on contract is stipulated that he can't play against his parent club. So it's going to be a crucial match for Steve Komphela, because this fixture is not a fixture that he's winning in recent years. So it's going to be much of an important game for Steve Komphela to sort of get maximum points from this match.
A quick one, who's walking away with it tonight?
I'm seeing a 1-0 win of Orlando Pirates.
There you have it. Tepo Rabote, Far Post journalist, just giving us a breakdown on what we can expect tonight. It's Orlando Pirates and Moroka Swallows, the original Soweto derby. He's putting his money on Orlando Pirates. They've been blowing hot and cold, both these sides, but we are expecting a great match tonight, a thriller from both sides. Of course, in the likes of Pirates, the likes of Vincent Pules will be coming out tonight. And from Moroka Swallows, the Capadino Mangos are going to need to step up for Coach Steve Komphela. It's back to you in studio.